onwards from Monday to Friday. And what I basically do is just, freestyle live on radio in terms of just, having a particular word in mind and having particular passages from the Bible in mind, and just, talking about that in a practical way that will hopefully touch you and that you can meditate on as you go in your day to your daily work and whatever it is that you do during the day, and it just touches you and hits your spirits and encourages you that our God is a faithful God and He's not a man that He should lie, and all these things that He's written in terms of your destiny, in terms of where you can be, in terms of we all struggle with the issues of life as contained in the Bible, and sometimes the Bible can be polluted in terms of other men polluting it, and yet it is a pure document that one should read and see how other people have struggled with the issues of life, and yet they were still faithful and walked in their destiny. And today it was focusing on how one can write the vision and make it plain in their life, and I truly hope you've been touched by that word, and that you also join me on Sundays, because we've just started a new session with me where I go from 9 a.m. in the morning to 10 a.m. and I just meditate on a particular passage and just make it practical, because sometimes I think preaching is about making it real to the individual and making it meeting the person where they are. So I also do a program from 9 to 10 a.m. and if you want to just catch the rest of this podcast, you can log on to my Facebook channel or my Facebook page. It's far too early in the morning, so please bear with me. My Facebook page, which is Our Father's House Ghana Ministries, where I upload all my podcasts and all the things that I'm doing throughout Accra. And I've also just bought a website which is going to be built, I promise you, very slowly but surely, which is called Our Father's House International, because I kind of want to make this international eventually. So I really hope you've been touched by this word, because I'm someone who wasn't necessarily in the church a lot of years, and I joined a choir, and just it just hit me in terms of we're so much more than flesh, so much more than ego, so much more than our carnal desires, but a spiritual being that ultimately needs to start walking in our destiny in order for us to cash that spiritual check on earth as it is in heaven. And so my ministry, I think, is quite unique, because I really know how a lot of people feel in terms of I didn't get it for a really long time. I didn't want to get it because I thought it would limit where I wanted to go in life, and the whole Bible was a bit beyond where I wanted to be, and not really real to me. So the fact that I now get it, I'm really passionate about sharing the Word of God and just making it real for people, because sometimes I think people can just read the Bible and just make it just so cumbersome in terms of making it so complicated, but the Bible is literally a very practical document that we can make real in our day-to-day lives, and that we can run in our vision by writing that vision and making it plain, so all who see it may know that it is amazing, it's from God, and it is beyond our estimation. I've been going a bit long, too long on the show today. It started at 5:45, but I truly hope that you've been blessed by this Word of God, and you join me from next Monday, and that we just keep on walking. Sorry about that, my phone should never happen. We can just keep on walking in this destiny that God has for us, and as Habakkuk 2 states, that we start writing the vision and making it plain in our lives. And join me on Sunday from 9 to 10. I look forward to bringing an inspirational message to you based on the Word of God, building God's spiritual house by using a variety of platforms, including radio. And as we go out this morning, I really hope, as I've said earlier, but I truly hope that you've been touched by this Word of God, because I've been basing my message today based on Habakkuk 2:2 on how one should write a vision and make it plain in their life, because there's other people's estimation is so small for us. Sometimes our estimation of ourselves is too small in terms of we don't think big enough. And I just think that as people, as a nation, even though the economy will tell us, or the president might tell us that we're doing really well, which we are globally in terms of how we're growing, individually, we don't see that in the street, in terms of we see people looking quite ragged sometimes, and not everybody is feeling the wealth, as they say, as the oil comes. We notice that not everyone is feeling the wealth in their pockets. So even though statistics might tell us that we're very wealthy, indeed, I think that what we struggle with is that we don't necessarily feel that wealth in our pocket, and yet the Bible tells us that Habakkuk little known book in the Bible, Habakkuk 2 verse 2, that we should write the vision and make it plain, meaning, that we should envisage that vision we want for ourselves in our heads, and then we should write it down, and then just walk in that destiny, because sometimes other people's estimation of us is far too small in terms of, they don't see nothing in our life as predetermined where we're going to go. And our estimation of ourselves is far too small for ourselves sometimes, because sometimes we too, our past doesn't determine how big our vision can be, and yet our God is a faithful God, and He's not a man that He should lie. So if we start walking in alignment with the Bible, start walking in alignment with our destiny, start walking in alignment with how big our dreams is for ourselves, then we can ultimately walk in an expected end, so that God may bless us. I truly hope you've been touched by that word, and that you join me on Sunday as you go to church, or come back from church, or if you don't believe in God, as you just listen to the radio and just have a good time at home, that you just tune in and listen to me, because even if you don't believe in God, I really just want to deliver an inspirational message that hopefully will persuade you one day, and even if it doesn't persuade you, that you're just touched by the word and touched by an inspirational message based on the word of God. My name is Amanda Clinton. I look forward to meeting you on Sunday from 9 to 10, and forward to being here from Monday to Friday, 5:45 to 6:30, and I do hope that you log on to my Facebook page, which is Our Father's House Ghana Ministries, where you can also take these or download or just play these podcasts. Enjoy your day.
In our latest book, How I Sold My Soul by Amanda Clinton, is about a man's spiritual journey from living in the world as an Illuminati to entering God's world. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Find out more about Our Father's House by visiting our Facebook page, Our Father's House Ghana Ministries, where you can also find out how to donate to our ministries. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/Our Father's House Ghana.
Today's hits and yesterday's favorites. If you just joined us, well, welcome to the family. This is Vibe 91.9 FM, the soul of the capital. Wake up every morning, be inspired, and listen.